Hello to you all and welcome to Car Question. On the market right now, there is not a lot of cars that can affirm to have 30 years of history. Well, it's not the problem of the Nissan Sentra because it's its 7th generation. For 2016, you've got an exterior change. They made some modification to the interior, but they remain with the same mechanical components. Still, it's reliable. Did you know that in the US, more than 4 million Sentra have been sold? Out of those, 93% of the Sentra sold in the last 10 years are still on the road. Pretty impressive, but does it have something else to offer to us so that we will like driving this car this week? That's what we're going to discover at Car Question. All right, let's look at the exterior of the Nissan Sentra 2016. The model that we have right now is the SL, so it's the fully equipped Sentra that you're going to be able to find out there. So the design team did a great job. When you look at the front end of this car, this is probably my favorite part of it. Look at that. Much more aggressive than the older model. You can see also some Maxima similarity. When you get a little bit closer, you can see that nice V-shape grille, which is becoming the signature of nearly all Nissan vehicles right now. You've got those boomerang headlights, which are quite unique, long, and they go all the way up to the side. You can see the little boomerang form right here, same here, and are also going to see this part who's going to light up. So you've got a dial right here, but it's going to be simple halogen when you're going to move on to full lights. You've got also fog lights down there. Fog lights are aesthetic. They're pretty much useless. You're going to see when you're going to open them in the dark, you won't see any difference. So you might ask me, what's that? What's breaking the style? What's breaking the style right there? Well, it's your sensor for your brake, for your collision alert, your cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and it's kind of breaking the style of the car in the bumper, and it's going to be, you know, as soon as you're going to have some snow, you're going to see snow jamming right there in that sensor, so you're going to have to clean them. So you've got also a sunroof up there, little antenna, you've got a big glass, and look at the size of that wiper. It's been a long time since I've not seen a wiper so big, and you've got a small one. So it's going to do a good job of cleaning the area where the driver has to see. Also, look at the lines on the hood. That little bump right there, that little budge, you're going to see it from inside. So it's going to give you a scoop impression, but really, that's not it. When you look at the side of the Sentra, it's not looking bad. Kind of cute. I like the wheels. 17 inches wheels. You've got unique wheels that they added this year. So a mix of gray, a mix of silver, a nice Nissan chrome logo once again. And they're using a good tire, Continental Conti Pro Contact. This is one of the tires that I like. You've got a size of 205/50/17. Once again, this is a tire that's going to offer you performance and low noise when you're going to be rolling on the road. Nice bar of chrome around the window. Once again, that little boomerang shape that you're going to see. Talking about the lines on the side, as you can see, the rear lights, you're going to see a line starting up from here to the front of the other wheels. Fuel tank, chrome handle. When you want to lock the car or unlock it, simply press there. And you're going to see also that there's a blinker in your mirror, which is giving you, once again, nice visibility to the other drivers around you when you will want to turn. For the rear, not bad. Once again, I love the style, it's quite unique. You can see also, once again, the lights are so long, going a long way right up to that line. Little boomerang on the side. You've got the SL logo, Nissan logo, nice chrome right there. You're gonna see also that this is only a reflector. When you want to open your trunk, be careful. Look at that, the button is quite small. You're gonna get used to it. You've got also your rear view camera, so little push there. Nice big trunk. You can put a lot of stuff in the back. If we move a little bit down there, so you've got a line of plastic, two little reflector red, and you can also see that there's a tow hook, which is the color of the car, which is white right now. And you've got also your exhaust system, which is right on the other side. So let's turn on the lights. I want you to see them. Unlock the car. Turn that on. And right now you can see that you've got that boomerang shape, which is turned on. You've got the nice lights, LED, and when you move a little bit down there, halogen. It's kind of looking cool once it's turned on. Let's move to the rear. As you can see, there's only one side of the light who is turned on. This is a LED bar, and when you're going to brake, once again, you can see the unique signature of the car. Nice design, nice looking, and nice LED lights. Let's look at the interior of the Nissan Sentra. As soon as you open the door, you're gonna see that it's kind of sober. You've got mostly black inside the car. I love always black car. You've got some silver and chrome accent. And when you're gonna look in the door, you're gonna see also once again that they use that plastic, which is incredibly hard. I don't know why they use that. It's uncomfortable for my elbow. You've got some piano black accent, some silver chrome handle. The leather here seems to be of good quality, nice soft material. So you've got your buttons for the windows. This one only is automatic, some places to put some storage on the side, probably even some bottle of water. And look at that, also the nice finishing right here on the side and the door. Seems like a lot of quality. I love also the rubber mats, the Sentra rubber mats that you can see, much more useful than those in fabrics. For the seat, they look comfortable. So those are new seat, and look at that nice feature. So you've got a pouch right there where you can put some stuff or hide some stuff, some neat adjustment. You don't have a lot of adjustment. I would love to have a lumbar support, but they didn't put that inside the car right now. So soft, nice stitches on the side also that I can see, some nice hold, seems like good quality. And when you sit in, you're gonna see that it's comfortable inside the car right now. Just gonna raise that window, and if you're wondering what was that little orange dot, I'm gonna show you again when I turn on the car. These are my blind spot monitor. Can't go any basic than that. So when the car is started, you will see all that those two big dials are gonna light up. But before that, look at the steering wheels. Which car does it remind you? Yes, a 370Z, kind of small. A different fabric though, different buttons also here, but a little bit of sportiness in the Sentra. So let's start on the left. Well, you've got your usual button right here. You've got your brightness adjustment that you're going to be able to change the brightness of all the display inside the car. Your mirror, right side, left side, and your trunk axis, you're going to have simply to pull back that switch, and you're going to be able to open your truck. Down there, eco mode, sports mode, those are the two modes that you're going to be able to use to change the attitude of the car. And you've got also a traction control button, and when you press on it, you don't have to hold it for a long time. It's going to turn off the traction control, and you're going to see also that your collision warning system will simply lighten up. So it needs a traction control to use that system. Right there on the side, so you've got your headlights, you've got the auto setting, and when you probably can see right now in the garage that you can see clearly the LED bar headlights. And as soon as I put my full lights, you can see a lot of yellow, so it's halogen. And look at that, can you see the fog lights? I'm trying to turn them on or off right now. Can see the difference. You've got to really check down there, and even that it's not obvious. So that lights right up, you won't see any difference when you're going to be driving in the dark. The control over here on the steering wheel, so you've got your cruise control button on and off. When you're going to turn it on, you're going to see the display up there is going to change. You can also adjust the proximity of the car in front of you, set, resume, and cancel. But the neat thing, was kind of funny, the first time I took place in the Sentra, I tried to change the menu with the enter button right there, and it's changing right now my memories on my radio. And one thing which is quite funny, I was trying to push enter. I was pushing too hard, so I was simply giving a little warning to the people in front of me that I had no idea what I was doing. So the volume is just down there. It's not too bad to have it down there, but the thing that I would like to have the most is the volume a little bit up there around this button. So it's kind of low. So when you use it, not too bad. Not too bad sound system, but not too fast when you use that button. Also, when you press here, it's going to change the center view of the menu. So let's start with what we're going to see. So you've got the display of your car. That's the home menu, as you could say. You've got also your average travel speed, trip A, distances, temp. You've got your B trip. And this is a setting that you're going to see when you're going to be in eco mode. So it's giving you a kind of green cloud which is going to appear up here. So the more eco-friendly you drive, the more big that cloud is going to be. And when you're not eco, it's going to blink. So it's going to be angry. Well, and that display also is for your eco driving. So if you move into sports mode, that menu is going to change, and that's where you're going to see a kind of line with your average fuel consumption. And don't mind right here the average, we just resetted the car. We did a lot lower than that, and it was incredible how this car does not consume fuel. So for the rest of the menu, you've got your GPS information, your music information in the next one, and you've got your driver assist showing you the collision warning and the blind spot monitoring, which is turned on. So you've got probably warning messages if something is going wrong with the car, and you've got the menu right there inside that you will move up and down. And why I was kind of pressing my horn the first time is that when you're moving, even at 1 kilometer, that menu is not accessible, so you cannot go up and down and push the button, the enter button. So it's not that of a complex menu. And right now here with the time menu, it's saying to me, oh, go set the time in the navigation system. Well, why did you put it there? And there's also in French some kind of weird words how it's written. Still not complicated, quite easy. So right there you've got revolution, your engine heat, and you've got also your speed and your fuel left in the car right down there. So wipers right there on the side. You've got 2 vents, a blinker. The radio, well, it's a new system this year. I find it not too bad. It reacts kind of quickly to your input. But the thing I don't like is, look at that. Right now you can see, depending on my camera position, a reflection of the light. So guess what's happening when you've got sun out there? with your sunroof open? Well, you can't see a thing. I don't know why they didn't think about that. So you've got SXM to get to the Sirius satellite radio system. Not too bad, quite easy also to access. But there's, well, in French it's rediffusion, but I think it's going to be recording in English. When you press there, you activate the function to record what you're hearing. So if you want to move back later, you can press on that button and you're going to move back to one song, two songs, but you have to hear them first. In other car manufacturer system, they simply record the first 6 position of what you're listening. So I find it quite particular that you have to press on the button to simply hear it. For the sound system, we've got a Bose 8-speaker system. It's not too bad, but when you give it too much power, you can see that the sound literally change with the little speaker that I have over there. So sometimes when you push a volume, boom, you're gonna hear that more than the other speakers in the car. So not too bad, but not really the best out there for the sound system. Let's move a little bit lower. You're gonna see CD auxiliary. Right now there's nothing plugged in. Navigation, once again, if you want to go to a point, you're gonna see that it's gonna react quite quickly. So let's search something. Interest, restaurant, and let's go. Café d'Orient, départ. There we go.
L'itinéraire est calculé. Veuillez bifurquer sur une route digitalisée.
So it tells me to move on the digitalized road. So it figured out that I was in the middle of nowhere. So let's cancel that. See, it's reacting quickly. So not too bad for this part. So the map, even if I move back, as you can see, oh, it took a little bit of time. So you've got also my camera. I can also turn on or off the line. But when the car is running, little 1.8 liter engine, and by the way, listen to that. Well, it seemed more impressive that you're gonna see on the road. It seemed more impressive when you hear it. So when you put it into reverse, you're gonna see that camera, which is not in HD, but it's gonna be just okay to do your reverse maneuver. Those lines are fixed, so even if you turn the steering wheel, don't expect nothing to happen. You've got a apps menu. You've got your circulation, where there's construction. You've got also application. You can configure your Facebook or Google Online search, and you've got also the Siri iFree system. Once again, it would have been cool, but sometimes you need to register to the Nissan Connect service to be able to access those. So right now, I cannot test that system. I'm kind of deceived. For the Sirius Travel Link, you've got your fuel price, but right now it's not working here in Quebec. But you've got also your, let's say, action. I added an information, but right now it's charging. I don't know when I'm gonna have it. There's also weather, and you can see right now that the weather is not too shady around here. You've got also some movie information, so the list of movie near me, and I want to see what movie is playing. Well, not too bad. I have all that information, but when I'm gonna use that? Probably not too often. I use my phone right now to get all those information. So for the phone connection, once again, quite easy. So my phone is a little bit far. I won't be able to test it. I can change between night and automatic setting for my brightness. Move front or forward or rear to my tunes. My back button to bring me back to the original menu. So as soon as I push also, let's say I go into tune and I push, I'm able to change the bass, the treble, the balance, the fader, and adjust my auxiliary input level. Not too bad, but not too good. So I've got also my place for my CD right here. So the other thing which is not complicated is the climatization. Big display of the temperature, moving up, moving down. I want it to be dual, no problem. I want to have the rear defrost, the front. once again, you can get more easy than that. AC, and also see the color, little miscolor that you have when you look on the plastic right here. Why didn't put that into all piano black? And by the way, soft material here, nice soft material there, but you go back to plastic as soon as you get there. So 12-volt outlets, a little bit of storage for your cell phone, and believe me, if you've got a big phone, it won't fit in there. Nice piano black, nice kind of chrome, a little silver line, and you're gonna be able to shift. And don't search any light once again. Even if the lights are turned on, you nearly don't see that little dot. So neutral, drive, and low. Low is for engine compression. You're going down the hill, switch to that. And a thing that I've not seen in a long time is that little button right there on the side. It's gonna turn on or off an overdrive, but it's a CVT. So it's nearly as simulating two speed to compress with the car if you're rolling down a hill. Right there, some heated seats button, high, low position, place to put your coin, a good old handle brake with the chrome button. 2 cup holders, you've got a nice armrest which is gonna be able to adjust itself, and if you move it back and you pull, you're gonna see that it's hiding your USB and auxiliary connection. You're gonna be able to get your cable out because there's a little space here also, but don't put it there in the middle. And you can see that there's not a lot of space in that section. Let's open the glove box. Not too bad, but kind of small, no lights. And if I move up there, I've got some nice LED lights to light up the inside of the car. But in the rear, we're going back to halogen. If I open that section, mirror, and I've got also the extension for me to help me cover me off the sun. Another thing which I'm not kind of proud of Nissan with that is that wire. Look at that. And when I grabbed sometime the mirror light, the first time that I went with my mirror for that, the cable was in the way, so there's no big plastic thing hiding right now my components of the rear of my mirror. So you've got also an SOS button which is going to help you compose a 911 if there's something bad happening, and places for your glasses. Nice sunroof when it's open, not too bad. So let's move to the rear. Oh, I forgot to raise the seat. Look at that, look at the space that I have in the rear. Not too bad, eh? This is my regular driving position. So when I'm gonna be sitting in the car, and I'm tall, I'm 6'2", so not too bad. Nothing, no 12-volt outlets, no USB connectors, just some storage space to put some cup holders, and for the center armrest, 2 cup holders once again on the side. And if I want to lower the seat, there's a button right there on the side, and it's gonna be the same thing for the seat over on my side. So if I want to lower it, it's a 60/40 seat. Just pull, drop that down. Whoa, major gap. So let's go. See in the trunk, the button is quite small. Whoa, major gap. So right now you can see it's pretty deep for the trunk, but look at that. Look how major the gap is between the two sections. So let's pull that up. So you've got a spare tire with your jack, which is hidden right there. That I like, I don't like. Tire repair kit. Let's go see the engine section. And if you want to open your gas tank, it's here. And open your hood. So you've got that little 1.8 engine mixed with a CVT, a little battery, it's not that big. Your oil check, where you might want to add some oil, and also your windshield washer fluid. So, and if you're searching where is your pole, it's right there in the hood. So it's not down there, just like some usual car. So, Let's go roll that little Sentra. Alright, let's talk about the road handling and the mechanical components of the new Nissan Sentra. It's the same 1.8 liter engine that we had in the previous version. Well, it evolved over time, that's for sure, but it's not that powerful. Still, it's eco-energetic. Well, I can believe that. It's coupled to an Xtronic CVT transmission that we have right now on board, and you can also have a 6-speed manual depending on the version that you will choose, but it's only in the S trim and the SV trim. So right now with our SL, forget that, you won't be able to get that manual transmission. So the horsepower, 130 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. Oh, that's not a lot. For the torque now, 128 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM. Whoa, that's not too good either. Well, it feels when you do some acceleration, there's not much happening right now with the car, and that's kind of sad because the road handling is not too bad of that car. So you've got a multi-point injection for this one, which is sequential. You're gonna also be able to use regular fuel to get the maximum power out of this car. You've got also a nice anti-pollution system, but it's gonna use 2 catalytic converter. So if it degrades over time, the cost of replacement might be a little bit high to get this car running. If you're living in California also, here's the bad news for you. Guess what? This engine is going to produce less horsepower, 124 horsepower, 125 pound-feet of torque. Hey, it's only 6 horsepower, but guess what? I'm gonna take the 130 that we get right now here in Canada. The CVT is not doing a bad job. When you put it into eco mode, it's gonna be soft, it's gonna be set for fuel economy, it's gonna be non-reactive when you're gonna step on the gas, and you're gonna feel the car right now not loud. You just enjoy your cruising around and clearly have fun. If you're on a road trip or something, if you're in city mode, this car will be just coasting along without any problem and within silence. But when it's going to be time to get some acceleration out of it, if you're in eco mode, here's what it's doing. Not too fast, slowly, see? But let's move it into sports mode. It's going to be more reactive. As soon as you step on it, now the car is going to react. And you've got the speed simulation that the car is doing right now to prevent you from hearing that 6,400 revolution maximum red line that you're gonna have with that engine. So remember the old CVT, you used to accelerate and hear that engine at full speed making that strange noise. And right now they adapted it so it feels more like an automatic car rather than a pure CVT that they did in the first generation. And it's pretty reliable over time. You know, automatic transmission versus CVT, I think CVT are the most reliable that you can have right now when you compare the two of those. Well, nothing to compare to a manual. I prefer a lot the manual version. I would have loved to try the manual 6-speed with this car right now. When you get into road handling, well, it's different from the older version. I can feel the car right now holding the road more than it used to do, thanks to a suspension who has been calibrated with the spring also, and the shock gives you 10% better rigidity when you're going to be in your turns. So once again, this little car can handle some turns. Will it get fun? Well, it's probably the only place that you're going to have fun with that car if you like driving is in the curb. And you can see right now while I'm doing those movements, there's not a lot of movement for the car for its class. When you drive the car, you can feel there's a little bit of roll, yes, but they also made some improvement to the chassis of the car. So it's more rigid, it's been reinforced, and there's a kind of front tunnel in the front, which is a technology that they took from the Juke Nismo RS, which is going to help once again to get a better rigidity from the car and less rolling when you're going to be into more aggressive maneuvers. The transmission, I can move it into low. When I move it into low, it's going to compress, but sometimes it's not that impressive. You need to be in a big hill to feel more that compression of the engine. Another feature which is going to give me strange feeling about the car is that OD off button. It means it's closing the overdrive. But when you're accelerating and letting it go, sometimes you feel some little bumps, you know, just like if the CVT was trying to get it off. So it's not that comfortable when you're gonna step on the gas and relieve it in a matter of seconds. Braking is not gonna be bad with the car. Remember that we have the most equipped version, so we've got 4-disc brake, which is necessary right now for the days, but when you're gonna go for the most basic version of the Sentra, you're gonna have some disc in front and drum in the rear, so less maintenance but less braking force. If you're wondering, that was a question that I got, whether it's that car manufacturer. Well, guess what, a lot of manufacturers are going to Mexico. Yes, they're going to Mexico because the price of the parts right there are lower, you know, all those taxes, exportation fees, and there's a lot of manufacturers who took all their production and bring it to Mexico. So this one is built in Agua Caliente, Mexico. Sorry about my accent, it's bad in English and it's gonna be bad also if I'm talking Spanish or Portuguese. Let's talk about security with the car. The most equipped come with a lot of features. So you will have a forward emergency braking. It's gonna help you by signaling you that there's a danger ahead of you. So you will have a warning display. You will have also a warning alarm, which is gonna sound to tell you that you might have a collision with a car in front of you. So right now I'm gonna try to show you how it is, because there's a bus in front of me, and if I get a little bit too quick, see, that was the warning. Not too loud, not too shady, huh? Well, I think they should have made it a little bit more aggressive to inform you that there's a big danger ahead of you. That's the point of it. That's the same thing for the blind spot monitoring. If there's a car in your blind spot, you will put your blinker on and it's not quite obvious that there's a car within that point, because the only thing telling you is a little rectangle. And once again, when you're gonna put your blinker, it's only gonna make the same noise. And I would like to have, I don't know, a thump in the speaker. I would like to have something a little bit more aggressive, you know, to tell me that, hey, there's a car in your blind spot, be careful! See, that's a nice warning. But right now with the Sentra, that's the only warning that I get. I'm kind of surprised and deceived in the same way. Well, blind spot warning is an efficient system. I recommend it for everybody. That's a must on every car. Even some car are gonna offer you that system with the standard equipment. Another thing which is quite interesting with the Nissan Sentra is the rear cross traffic alert. So when you're gonna move into reverse, if there's a car coming from one side to another, you're gonna be warned. And once again, it's with the same little shady alarm, and it's not saying, hey, you got this car coming on your blind spot in the rear. So it's not warning you loud enough for me. It's that little beep, but you're gonna see from either side which is coming by looking at the monitor. But while I'm doing my reverse maneuver, I'm not looking up front. So it's not that obvious from where the car is coming right now. Those are nice features to have, but it's up to you to see if you want to pay the full price to get all those features. Let's talk about fuel consumption. This car is all about that. The manual version, it's 8.9 into town. You're gonna be able to do 6.6 on the highway, and you've got a combined number of 7.9. Not too bad, but when you move to the Xtronic version of the Sentra, you're gonna be able to do much better numbers. It's gonna be 8.0 in town, which is quite low when you compare it to other car. 6.1 on the highway, that's where it shines really, and you've got a combined fuel consumption of 7.2. What we've been able to do is 6.3 combined. I live in a place where there's a little bit of hills. I need to get into city every day, and I was able to do a 6.3 liter per 100, which was kind of impressive for me. So Nissan has a car which is quite impressive when it comes to fuel consumption. There's a lot of competition on the market. It's an aggressive segment. Here's a few cars that I can think about right now. You've got the Honda Civic, which is the car of the year, the North American car of the year. It comes with the new 1.5 turbo. And by the way, if you want to check our full review of the Honda Civic, you just click here. Oh, here. Click here and you're gonna see that. And if you're on a mobile phone, check the cards, the high in the corner up high in your screen. Just press there and you're gonna be able to see our full review of the Honda Civic. We love that car. It's getting to a point where no Civic was in the past. That's evolution. That 1.5 turbo engine. You've got fun driving it. You've got tons of space. It's not for nothing that it's the car of the year, North American car of the year. You're gonna have also more version of the Civic coming soon. You've got the coupe, the hatchback. You're gonna have some performance version also. So right now, when you compare it to the Sentra, hey, that's a little bit hard. Maybe the Sentra is more fuel economic, but when you go to drive the Civic, it's a little bit more fun and challenging. The Mazda 3, well, talking about a car who's fun to drive, the Mazda 3 is pretty incredible. You're gonna have fun with that 2.5 engine. Stay away from the 2.0, a little bit, once again, boring when I look at that. You've got the sedan or hatchback version. The unlimited mileage warranty is quite impressive with Mazda, and it's fun to drive. What right now the Sentra is probably not, but in fuel consumption those are close. Even with the Skyactiv technology, right now the Nissan Sentra is not letting it go when it's come to the fuel consumption. There is also the Toyota Corolla, one of the old one out there with a lot of history, just like the Sentra. I remember back in the old days, it was the Nissan Sentra Classic versus the Corolla. And in my family, it created a lot of dispute over the car. But the Corolla is reliable, and it's a little, even if it's vanilla, it's not that fun to drive. Well, it's a little bit more fun to drive than the Sentra. A little bit more alive if you want, and you can feel it's more 2016 technology when you look at the interior of the Corolla. You've got also the Ford Focus. Talking about technology, wow, this car is incredible. You've got all the last edition of the sync system. If you're a techno person and if you like a gizmo and gadget, well, do not go around the Ford Focus. You're going to be served. It's fun to drive also, and wow, what about the option? Right now the Focus, you're gonna have an RS version, you're gonna have an ST version, and the feeling of driving it's gonna be the redefinition of pocket rocket. But okay, we're far from the Sentra with the Focus right now. More reliable on the side of the Sentra for this one. There's another one which I nearly forgot, is the Hyundai Elantra. When you buy the Elantra, you've got a lot of feature for the base price who are quite interesting. Once again, it's not as fun to drive, but probably the same thing as the Sentra. Not a big road and link machine, but you've got a good warranty, and right now it's selling like hot bread because it's affordable. So either way, well, talking about bumps, you've got some right here. So either way, choose whatever you want, but choose wisely. The segment is so full of cars, go try them and then make up your mind. And if you need help, we're here for that. Let's talk about price for the Nissan Sentra 2016. If you go with the base model, it's called the S, so it's a 6-speed manual, $15,898. So you've got your 1.8 liter engine. It's the same in every version of the Sentra. You're going to be able to have also the cruise control, and you've got also automatic turn on or off of your lights. It's not high or low beam. That system is not included. So if you want the Xtronic with that, you're gonna have to pay $3,000 more. Wow, that's a big difference. So learn to drive manual, your wallet will thank you. If you go with the SV model, so you got two choices, either manual or Xtronic. So it's the same characteristic as I said before, plus the 17 inches aluminum wheel. You will have an intelligent key. You will have a start-stop button for starting the engine. You will have also Nissan Connect application, 5-inch screen, tactile. You will have also the audio Bluetooth, which is going to be included with that one. Manual, $18,698. CVT, $19,998, so it's not the same difference as we have before. If you want to go also with the more equipped SR model, once again only Xtronic, you're gonna have a lot of options right there, and it's gonna be different wheels. You're gonna have also Dell light, front projector light, a rear spoiler. When you're gonna brake, it's gonna be also a Dell light. You've got also a sunroof, and it's more equipped. It's only CVT for this one, $22,548. No manual. Too bad. If you want to go for the most equipped version, the SL, just like this one that we have, no manual once again. You've got your intelligent cruise control. You've got all those nice headlights that you saw, all those Dell lights also. You've got your collision warning system, blind spot monitoring, a leather seat, fully equipped. $25,998, so it's near the psychological barrier of 26 grand. But guess what, when you add all the transport preparation, 27,698. So the price is going up pretty quickly. So if you want to compare with another car, you can have also a pretty decent compact car for the same price. So that's where the competition might eat a little more than you think for this Nissan Sentra. So compare it. Alright, let's talk about the minus and plus points of the Nissan Sentra 2016. Let's start with the minus points. Well, you cannot go by the performance of that car. It's average, below average, way low average. Well, it's probably one of the slowest cars that we tried for a long time that I've been doing video for Car Question. It's not powerful, so if you're into performance, there's no optional engine, it's only this one, even if you got a fully equipped car. So, reliable, yes. Performant, no. Besides that, inside, as soon as you sit in, the interface, the multimedia system, even though that they changed it for this year, you're not gonna see the 2016 years in that system. It's kind of old looking. When you push on the command on the tactile screen, you're gonna hear that clicking noise, and it's gonna remind you of your good old mouse, you know, the 3-button Logitech mouse that you used to own when you had your brand new Pentium. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ask a geek friend, he will know. There's a lack of adjustment also for the passenger seat. You cannot raise or lower the seat. In addition to that, might have been good. The last point is when you had everything, you had all the option package, you had all that security shield from Nissan, well, you're gonna have to pay a lot for that car. You're gonna hit probably the 30K mark. Well, it's not coming cheap when you go for the fully equipped version. Also, I would like the system to give me a bigger alert. If there's something in my blind spot, make a big noise, use a thumb just like in some other vehicle, make it that unique, at least react. I'm finding them a little bit calm to warn you of an emergency. On the plus points though, well, even if there's not a strong mechanic, this one is reliable. But the big point is, it's fuel efficient. It's incredible that car will not consume gas. Even if you drive it in sports mode, even if you drive it in eco mode, you're gonna see some pretty impressive number. And the guy at the gas pump, well, won't see you often. So that's good for your wallet. Besides that, you've got a lot of space in the car, the passenger space, the passenger in the rear, and even in the trunk. You're getting near some intermediary car, you know, some bigger car out there, kind of close with the storage inside. Reliability is not an issue right now. When you see the history of the Nissan Sentra, it's pretty impressive. So don't be scared. If you like a good car which is going to get you from point A to B, not the fastest, but still with a good fuel consumption, you might want to choose that car. So that's why right now I'm going to give it a B, because it's good looking. Well, the engine is not that strong, but it's fuel efficient. So if you're a student and want a good brand new car, which is kind of looking good, and by the way, the woman likes it, why not? So if you're a student, or if you're just somebody who don't care about performance and you want one of the best and reliable car out there, go for the Nissan Sentra. You will see that it's maybe right for you. So how about you? What do you think about the new Nissan Sentra? Well, feel free to comment that down below. If you like the video, make a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Car Question, because we're gonna do more video for you. Matt is saying to you, see you later.